you became the agent for the late and legendary Prince. How did that happen?
Well, he was a CA client because Mike Ovitz signed him and did the Purple Rain movie, and so I got put in as a young guy to be his agent, and I booked the Purple Rain tour and a bunch of his big tours. And in that sort of 8-9 year span, he fired 4 managers, 3 lawyers, and I realized the only reason I stayed in is he didn't know who I was, or I probably would have been fired. At one point, he finally asked Ovitz. He said to Mike, "You're going to be my guy," and Mike said, "No, I'm not your guy. Rob Light's your guy." And he said, "Who's Rob Light?" He said, "Well, he's been your music agent." All right, well, I got to meet him, and I flew to New York City and met him at the Ritz-Carlton Hotel. He took over the restaurant and had a big round table for 12 with 2 chairs, and I get led in by a bodyguard, and I sit on one side, and he comes through the kitchen and sits on the other side and talks to me for 45 minutes in a whisper. I mean, I literally had to lean in and hear what he was saying, and he finishes his oratory, and then I respond and talk for about 30 minutes, and he says, "All right, I'll think about it," and he goes out through the kitchen door. I fly back, and Mike Ovitz says, "How'd it go?" And I said, "I don't have a friggin' clue." That was the weirdest meeting I've ever been in. And 2 days later, I get a phone call from the bodyguard that he's in L.A. and can I come to the studio to meet him? And I go down to the studio 11 o'clock at night, and he makes me watch a movie with him, a film called In Like Flint with James Coburn. I don't know why. And we watched the movie, and then we start talking about 1:45 in the morning, and I left at 7 a.m., and for the next 3.5 years, I talked to him every day of his life. And it was an incredible journey, but I told Mike Ovitz, and I remember telling my wife, because he'd call the house every day. I said, "You know I'm going to get fired." And she goes, "Why?" He says, "Because inevitably he fires everybody." And so now that he knows me, I'm in his, but I lasted 3.5 years, and remarkable experience to be around someone that brilliant.